Buenos dias, amigos, señoritas. Good morning, folks. Today I'm gonna be planting this beautiful agave, something truly special. This is a agave ovatifolia ice heart, the frozen heart, another giant among cold hardy agaves. This cultivar of the famous agave ovatifolia stands out with its compact shape and thick powdery coating, making it look like a frozen jewel of the desert. This isn't your average agave. Agave ovatifolia iced heart can handle deep frosts and still look like a botanical gem. Its origin and natural habitat. Agave ovatifolia comes from the mountains of northeastern Mexico, specifically from the states of Nuevo León and Tamaulipas. It naturally grows at altitudes between 1,200 to 2,100 meters, which is approximately 3,940 to 6,890 feet on rocky slopes, limestone and sandstone outcrops, or in shallow soil among stones. This environment makes it incredibly tough, adapted to sudden temperature swings and sudden temperature changes, drought and wind. Cold hardiness. The agave ranks among the hardier types. It can survive short dips, short cold snaps between -16, which is 3 Fahrenheit, and under ideal conditions even down to -20 Celsius, which is -4 Fahrenheit, if the soil is very well drained and the plant is completely dry. Though I personally never take my plants down, and I would never expose this plant to such extreme temperatures. Iced heart is a selected cultivar, even more compact, with intensely frosted leaves that look like frozen blue flames. Its overall size and shape. At maturity, the leaves are thick and wide, averaging from 35 to 60 centimeters, which is approximately 14 to 24 inches long, and 15 to 25 centimeters, which is about 6 to 10 inches long, wide, sometimes even longer. All right, a mature rosette can reach up to 120 to 150 centimeters, which is about 4 to 5 feet, and in diameter, in height, 60 to 80 centimeters. Now the leaves are blue and gray with smooth edges ending with a prominent spine, and it has these teeth on the sides. All right. Growth habitat. Agave ovatifolia is a solitary plant that doesn't usually flush out offsets. It's also monocarpic, which means it flowers only once in its lifetime, usually after 10 to 15 years, and sometimes even later, depending on conditions. After flowering, the main rosette dies, and some individual plants may produce a few offsets before blooming. But it's generally considered to be a solitary grower. Now, watering. This agave is a classic drought-loving species. It thrives in well-drained, gravelly or rocky soil with minimum organic matter. Water sparingly but deeply, ideally only when the soil has dried completely or during periods of extreme heat above plus 30 degrees Celsius, which is about 86 Fahrenheit. In winter, the rule is strict. Keep it down to the dry side, and if planted in soil, it will survive just fine on ambient soil moisture alone. Now, types of agave ovatifolia. We're no longer talking about just one plant. Thanks to selection and breeding, several recognized forms and cultivars now exist. Agave ovatifolia is the original species. We have the whale's tongue species, which is behind me. It's an early nickname referencing its broad blue tongue-shaped leaves, as you can see. And then we have the frosty blue, which is very similar to this iced heart. It's got a very light blue form. Iced heart, which is this one, extremely compact, very cold hardy, with intense powder blue leaves. This is the one I'm going to be planting today. Then we also have the ovatifolia blue emerald, a compact cultivar with smooth dark green leaves forming a perfectly symmetrical rosette. We also have ovatifolia orca, a deeper blue, robust form. We have ovatifolia flipper with wider arching leaves resembling fins. Each of these cultivars has its own slight differences in hardiness, in growth, in growth rate, and appearance. Some grow faster, others stay smaller and grow slower, and some have a thicker, waxy coating. In conclusion, Agave ovatifolia iced heart is truly the frozen beauty of the desert. Unafraid of cold or harsh conditions, it's an excellent choice for exotic style gardens in cooler climates, for rock gardens, large containers, or as a striking solitary focal point. Today, this one will be going into the ground and will be getting a brand new home in a new place where it will shine, I hope, for many years to come. I'd like to say thank you for watching this video, and cheers to everybody who will be planting one of these beauties in their garden. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. One thing to keep in mind, if you do live in colder zones like we do here, zone 5A, 5B in the Beskid Mountain region, or other areas around the world where the cold zones are, I strongly recommend that you build a cover over it. If your temperatures go down to -25 like they do here, I never, like I said, I never push my plants to the limit. I always give them at least 30% less. I never let them go down so much. All right, so if this one should take -16, I take it down to -12, but they say that it can take 20. You know, I love all my plants and I don't want to take any stronger risks, and I know that we have very moist and humid winters here. So if you do live in such a cold zone, I really strongly recommend you to build a cover over it or a mini glass house. And if the temperatures should go down, I strongly recommend you to have some alternative heating source available, all right? Because you wouldn't want to risk losing these, yeah, because they're really hard to come by, and it'd be a terrible shame. Okay guys, let me show you the difference between the two here. As you can see, the color, that's the first thing that strikes the eye. The Ice Heart is much more frosty blue, lighter blue, whereas the whale's tongue is more dark, a deeper green. You can also tell the difference in the shape of the leaves. The Ice Heart has a pointed tip, whereas the whale's tongue is more oval. Okay. The spacing of the teeth is roughly the same. The size of the teeth is roughly the same. Yeah, so anyway, this is where this one's going to go. This hole, there used to be an Agave Montana here for 4 years, but unfortunately last fall I had to dig it out because we had floods here and it was extreme rain. I mean extreme, like we're talking milliliters and milliliters and milliliters per square foot, and it just it didn't make it. So I'm going to be planting this Ice Heart in this place. Now, just a little feedback about this island. This whole garden bed was planted 4 years ago. I dug out 70 centimeters. The depth was 70 centimeters, and I put in new soil, mixed soil, dry soil, airy soil, and on top of that I added another 70 centimeters. So this garden bed has approximately 1 meter of very airy soil, and I've got a drainage coming down here, running away, so none of the water stays. It always flows down. The drainage goes this way and it goes that way. Yeah, so these plants are kept completely dry, and I also have a glass house over this whole garden bed in the winter because, as I said, we are in zone 5. Okay, so this is going to be going into the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching us. This was our talk about Agave ovatifolia iced heart. Watch the full version on www.herohero.co, where I will uncover how I planted this beauty, what kind of soil and soil mixture I used, what to watch out for, what to do, what not to do, and basically the fundamentals in enabling this beautiful agave to thrive in the future. See you there. Cheers.